Well, according to qtrade.ca, here are 5 myths Canadians believe about investing. Myth 1, you need a lot of money. Myth 2, investing is too risky. Myth 3, it takes too much time to invest. And myth 4, you're too young or too old to invest. Myth 5, you need the time to time the market to be successful. Wow. I mean, I could relate to all of those. Well, joining us today, once again, our financial coaches, Mike Crofts, Jennifer Pauls. Would you please debunk these myths?
All debunked.
Yes.
All wrong.
Right, all wrong.
Yeah.
All wrong. Well, what did you hear in that? What's your response?
Too hard.
Too much fear.
Too much fear.
Not enough time.
Not enough time. Whether you're young or old, you don't have enough time, apparently.
So why bother?
So why bother? Just give up.
So what has changed over the years in regards to investing, Mike?
Yeah. So what we've seen happen over the last, call it 5-10 years here, is we've kind of switched. We've gone from, having the old advisor, the family advisor, invest the parents and the kids and the grandkids.
Right.
You don't really know what's going on, but you hope and pray it's going to work.
They're the one that do.
Yeah. You hope and pray, so that's kind of the old way. And we still got a bit of that.
Yeah.
Where we've seen a shift happen where people start doing it themselves.
Right.
And they're hoping and praying that it's going to work as well.
And is it guaranteed?
No.
Either way.
Yeah, no, it's not. But if managed well, I would say you got a 99% probability of it doing really well for you, but you've got to manage it well.
Well, one of the myths was you don't have enough money.
Yes.
So, like Jen, how much money do you need? Or can you work with a small amount of money?
Yeah, you absolutely can work with a small amount of money. And especially if you're starting off younger, you can invest less because you have more time. Where the older we get and the closer to retirement, depending on what number we want to retire with, we will need to invest a little bit more. Yeah. But just being consistent, it's that dedication of consistency month over month, putting it in and making it a priority in your plan that can help you to achieve that goal.
100%.
Well, you did say yesterday, give, save, then spend. So is part of saving investing? Is that part of that saving category?
Yep. It does end up getting lumped into the saving category.
Making a priority before you spend the rest.
Yes.
Mike, your kids are started investing.
They are, yeah. My oldest is 10 now. We started her when she was 9.
She's a money shark already.
Yeah. A 7-year-old and a 5-year-old.
Oh my goodness.
So imagine the 5-year-old.
Right.
We're doing $10 a month. So we teach them about commissions and doing things around the house to earn a bit of money, to use that money to spend, save, give, all that. And so part of what we're doing is in our saving is we are investing.
Yeah.
Because it's going to take them literally $10 a month. Ready for this? $10 a month for the rest of their life. There'll be about 1.2 million, roughly, give or take, by the time they're 65.
No way.
And that's what they do, nothing else but $10 a month.
$10 a month. Wow. What's your best advice that you can offer someone regarding maybe where and what to invest in? It's a loaded question.
It is. There's a lot to unpack there. I say this, don't invest in things you don't understand. So I see a lot of people these days going crypto, right? And they don't get it.
Right. Is crypto even real?
I mean, some say it is, some say it isn't. I think it depends on what you're in.
Okay.
There's some legitimacy to it. There's some things that, people are getting scammed out of. But don't invest what you don't understand. So either start to research it and start to understand it and then put your money into it. Right. Get someone to teach you, ask questions. Right. That would be the first thing. Understand what you're putting money into, or have a basic understanding of what you're putting money into.
Yeah, that's so good. That's so good. How do you figure out then, let's go back to the $10 a month. How do you figure out that you're going to come up with 1.2 million by the time you're 65?
It's a guess. No, I'm joking. It's a hope and a prayer. No, simple math. And actually, we got a video here where we can show you starting, I think at age 25, we show the math here. You start at age 25, go to 65. Okay. Start with 0, by the way. We're starting with nothing. Yeah. And I think we do about $100 a month.
$100 a month.
And we average 12%. Now that's a conversation on its own on your rate of returns, but we average 12%. That's what the stock market has done over the last 30 years.
Okay.
Hit, continue there. Watch that. Almost $1.5 million.
Goodness. And that's $100 a month.
$100 a month at age 25.
Age 25.
So
what about us older people?
Takes a bit more money.
A little more money because we got less time.
Because we got less time.
Yeah.
Or a bigger return.
Right.
So it can be a combination of both. But we've got clients all the time in their mid-40s, early 50s, who just get out of debt, have nothing saved, and they're on track to be millionaires.
Are there advantages and disadvantages, though, to people managing their own investments versus, like you say, the old school financial advisor,
There's upsides and downsides to both. What we have found, statistically speaking, is when you manage your own money, you actually underperform
Oh,
the average in the market.
yeah.
And I think what happens is people get fearful when we get, a drop like we did last year,
Yes.
and we pull money out.
Right.
And then we wait and wait and wait, and it goes to an all-time high. We put money in, and so we're getting in high, getting out low, and that's where people tend to underperform the market.
Yeah. And maybe we don't have the knowledge. So what is the role of a financial advisor?
To really take your money and, in my opinion, to teach you what they're doing.
Okay.
Doesn't always happen, but to teach you what they're doing, and then to take your money and manage it in a way that you feel comfortable, which comes down to risk, diversification, and everyone's different.
Yeah.
Right? So we got high risk, low risk, medium risk, and understanding what your risk tolerance is, and then based off of that, helping invest and grow your money with a long-term goal, in my opinion, to have enough to be generous with,
Right.
to live off of in your later years of life,
Yeah.
and to pass on.
Yeah. No, that's so good. And that's the big picture of investing, right? That's why you do it. How old were you, or what stage of life were you at, Jen, when you started investing?
Started investing a little bit in my early 20s. So even
Okay.
before I was married,
Yeah.
started putting just a little bit here and there, though. I didn't have the discipline to do it
consistent.
monthly and
Right.
consistently. That came later once we were debt free. We started to really amp up our investing and making it a priority monthly, and just having it on like auto draft. Right? So automatically twice a month, our account gets hit. It's like chunk here, chunk there. We know it's going. And to add to what you were saying, Mike, about, the getting out when it was, low, and then getting back in when it was high. When you're doing it consistently, when you hit a low, you're buying stuff on sale.
Yes.
Who doesn't like a good sale?
Right.
And then you can still ride it up to the highs.
Yes. Yeah. Do you find that it gets consuming, though? People get, when they're doing their own, I know my husband and I are trying to learn this, and you almost like, you're consumed with watching you go up and down. That creates stress.
It can, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It can.
Yeah.
You have to have discipline. I think understanding the long-term effects of the market, effects, the long-term track record of the market.
Yeah.
Like this, 80% of the time we're on the rise.
Okay.
20% of the time we have that, like last year.
Okay. Yeah.
Right? So when you understand stats like that, or that the market always rises higher than it falls, it falls faster than it rises.
Right. So you got to learn from money coach Mike and Jen this stuff, right? So that you can navigate your way through.
Yeah.
Tell us a story about someone you were sharing earlier about a woman in her 50s.
Yep.
That made a
Late
huge
50s.
life change. And tell us about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So Linda was going through a season of change, and she knew that she needed to spice things up in her budget and in her life. And she ended up starting a side business that really allowed her to build her emergency fund, to pay off debt. She even downsized her home, right? With that same change of seasons.
Yeah.
Downsizing her home, selling all of the things that she didn't want anymore to follow her to her new place that weren't bringing her joy, or they were just those extras.
Yeah.
And it really gave her that freedom to get out of debt so that she could get to investing sooner.
Oh, that's so good. Well, we see her testimony up on the screen here. Like this is Linda's story.
Yeah.
And it's never too late, right?
Yeah.
It's never too late, even though like sometimes we might feel like, well, we've missed out. Are there any tools that you want to offer people, just remind people of? We've been talking about the 5-day Find More Money Challenge, right? What are some of the tools people can use, Mike?
Well, the Find More Money Challenge is where we're pouring into all this. We talk investing in there as well. We're talking about how to pay cash for cars for life, a whole bunch of cool
Cash
things.
for cars. I love it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Through investing and all that stuff there. And so I would say moneycoachmike.com/find more money.
Yeah.
And in that challenge that we have coming up here shortly is where all the tools, people are going to get a whole bunch of tools to be able to, whether it's investing or cash flow or whatever we're talking about, being able to grab that tool and use it.
I love it. I mean, I like what you do because you're teaching people how to fish so they can feed themselves for a lifetime. As Stephen Covey said, like sometimes we just are stuck the day to day trying to, keep up. And it's great the way that you're equipping people to do that. So they sign up, they go online, they join Zoom calls. Is that what it kind of looks like?
For 5 days we go live over Zoom.
Okay.
If you can't make it, we got replays for you to hop on and watch the replay.
Okay.
And we got bunch of cool bonuses as well that we're giving out for people that want to sign up for this challenge, and
I love it.
everything from investing to getting out of debt to the mindset
Yeah.
around money. Yeah.
And the mindset is critical. I want to come back to that at the end of the show because you both shared your stories, and often it is our mindset about money that is why we got where we're at, right? So we'll come back to that. I want you to stay tuned because there's just so much to learn and to grow. We've got free resources for you. Just need to call us at 1-855-759-0700. We pray for people 24 hours, 7 days a week. We give you resources.